KLX needs a bigger injector. Alright, I said it. Hey everybody, welcome to another video. It's a great day out here in Oregon. Sun is shining, great day to ride. But today we are starting out the video on the FZ-09 here, and we have yet another update on the KLX. Although this update isn't as bad or negative as the first update on the KLX, so let's go ahead and get into the action. So right now I'm headed to the bank to deposit some money because the KLX needs a bigger injector. Alright, I said it. The dyno shop called me, and would you look at that, I dropped it off on Wednesday. Today is Friday. 2 days. They got the bike tuned, running at a safe air to fuel ratio. So they called me, they said, hey, we got the KLX running, made 30 plus horsepower, which is sweet for a bike like this. And then he said, however, and then I said, the injector. He said, yep, the injector, the duty cycle is at 99%. And if you know math, 99% is 1% away from 100%. You can think of the injector duty cycle as how hard is the injector working, essentially. So at 99%, that injector was at nearly full capacity, you could say. So he said they got it down to a safe air to fuel ratio, and the only thing is that as you're getting on the throttle, there's a little bit of hesitation, which is due to that injector not being large enough. So I talked to him, and he said, you know, I could come pick the bike up, you know, it's ready to go, you can ride it like that. But with that bigger injector, that hesitation will go away. The duty cycle will obviously go down, which is definitely something that I want to do. So I told him, well, I know they make a bigger injector for it, and I wanted to see what it would do with the stock injector. And in hindsight, I probably should have just got the bigger injector to begin with, because it would have cost me less money. But I guess I'm gonna have to spend $250 to get the original tune done, which they just completed, and then I'm gonna have to spend another $250 for them to retune it with the larger injector, which kind of sucks. But you know, I guess you got to do what you got to do when you're working with the unknown here. So the oversized injector from Japan, overnighted to their shop, is going to cost me $160. It's about $120 for the injector, $40 for the overnight shipping. But if I were to do the normal shipping, it'd probably take about a week to get there. And he said that they don't have the shop space, so I'd have to come pick up the bike, bring it back up there. So that's an issue, but I also want to get the bike done. So my original plan was, if there was an injector issue, I was just going to order the bigger injector for the shop, so the KLX would be running right, taking no shortcuts. So that's what I'm going to do here. I'm at Chase Bank right now, getting ready to make a deposit, and I'm going to overnight the injector to them. So let's go ahead and deposit that cash right now. Alright, so we got the money deposited here. So next step, got to go home and go ahead and order that injector so it can get to them hopefully Monday or Tuesday. So there you guys have it. Yes, the KLX needed a bigger injector, but when I started this thing, If you guys remember, I said if the KLX needs a bigger injector, the KLX needs a bigger injector. And that's what we're going to have to do. This whole thing, of course, is experimental with the EFI KLX. Had to figure out what the limits of the KLX were. So with the ported head, bored throttle body, big bore, Barker exhaust, lidless setup, we're at 99% duty cycle. And so that brings up another important point. For those of you wanting to run the big bore on your EFI KLX, like I had with the previous setup, just the big bore FMF / Barker lidless setup, you're gonna be pretty close to max duty cycle. I didn't get to see what the duty cycle was with my previous setup, but without the ported head, without the bored throttle body, I'd assume that you'd probably be close to about 90% duty cycle, depending on other factors, you know, your elevation, altitude, DA, whatever, or even the humidity for the dyno run of that day. So it appears anything more than the 351 big bore for the EFI bike, you're going to need that bigger injector. Yeah, I'm glad I tested it with the stock one, so that way we could see what the limits of the stock injector are. And it appears that it's the 351 big bore. And yeah, we're gonna go home, get this bigger injector ordered. That was fun. Get it overnighted and have them install it, retune it, and then the KLX will be done. And judging by how they work, it should be done next week. And yeah, I'm getting excited for it. So another video that I have to do with the KLX when it's done is I'm gonna have to put it on the dyno here that I did the original dyno run on, so that way we can get a more accurate comparison for when I had the big bore and the FMF to now with the Barker ported head, bored throttle body. Because A, I'm not sure if they're running the same type of dyno. They might be, but B, you know, they're well, I guess that's the main reason. They might be running different dynos, but also changes to the environment, that's going to be important in determining the power. So in order to get an accurate representation of how much power we gained, we're going to have to put it on the dyno here. I will be going over these things in the dyno / results video when I get the KLX back, but this is an update for you guys. I figured I'd let you guys know what's going on with the KLX. And like I said, I think it's a pretty good update compared to the first update we had. These guys seem to know what they're doing. They get work done fast. They work with their customers. And yeah, I'd expect the KLX to be done sometime this next week. But right now, I got to get that bigger injector ordered so we can get it done next week. Alright guys, well that's going to do it for the update today. I'm going to go ahead and get that injector ordered for the KLX so it can get in early next week for them. And then they can go ahead and get that injector installed, get it retuned, and then the KLX will be done. That looks like the Ram Rebel I beat yesterday in my mom's truck. But if you guys enjoyed the video, be sure to give it a big thumbs up. Also share it to your friends and those who may enjoy it. And of course, if you're not subscribed already, go down there, hit that subscribe button to keep up with all the content, the KLX FZ-09 Corvette. But with all that being said, join the club, and I'll see you in the next one. So real quick, here's the part number for you guys. The Beat / Insert injector. Here we go. true meaning of overnighting parts from Japan.
This will decimate all after you put about 15 grand in it or more if we have to overnight parts from Japan.
We'll put it on my tab at Harry's.
Yes!
I'm the motherfucking greatest. Yeah, I'm the greatest. Bitch, my competition is no